for? Time for
Power Rangers!
What's up, guys? It's Michael Copon. Lucas from Power Rangers Time Force, the Blue Ranger. We're here at Paragon Theaters in Newport News. I'm going to be here all weekend, 5 to 9, signing autographs. As you can see right over here, I have my autograph table. Come here, get a picture autograph, ask me questions, and then watch the Power Ranger movie. It's going to be a blast. See you soon. It's so amazing to be here, and it's such an honor to be right back here for the premiere of this at Paragon Theaters. Give it up for Paragon! This has been amazing. I'm going to be here all weekend signing autographs and pictures, but I know we're doing something a little different because we're here. I'm going to have a little Q&A. So if you guys want to ask me any questions about Power Rangers and what it's about, the history of it, maybe about how I became one and all that stuff, my experiences, I'm going to just sit here for about 10-15 minutes and answer any questions about Power Rangers that you guys want to know. All right? How about that?
Cool.
Okay, cool.
What was the weirdest thing you ever had to do with a Power Ranger?
The weirdest thing I had to do as a Power Ranger was, if you ever seen that episode of Movie Madness, it's on Netflix. They dressed all the guys up as women and dressed the girls up as guys to hide away from Rancid, the bad guy who was finding us. So that was pretty funny, walking through the streets dressed like an old woman. That was pretty interesting. Especially when someone said, "Excuse me, ma'am." I was like, wait a minute. I am a guy. I guess I appeared to be a woman good enough. Let's see, the next question. Hands? No questions? Where? Okay, up the top, what is it? Try to yell loud because I can't reach the mic.
Alright, so besides yourself, who's your favorite OG Power Ranger?
Alright, my favorite OG Power Ranger. My favorite OG Ranger has to be Jason David Frank. The Green Ranger, original OG Green Ranger. I do a lot of conventions with Jason David Frank. It was awesome to see him and Amy Jo in the movie. If you didn't know who they were in the end, except for the new Rangers, the two people at the end was Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson. The original Green and Pink Ranger was a little cameo. They were taking the snapshots and everything. If you guys haven't been to a Comic-Con, try one. I know Tidewater's coming up pretty soon. I travel the world doing Comic-Cons, like what I'm doing right now, signing autographs. It's been a new craze where you get to meet your favorite actors and celebrities from shows you watch. So go check it out, man. It's so cool, and you get to just meet them, get an autograph, and all that stuff. But yeah, definitely Green Ranger and then White Tiger as well. Next question. Do you have any other questions? Oh, way at the top.
Hey, how was the training for it?
How was the training? Actually, it was really cool. My mom was actually with me. She took a lot of photos. It was when the first digital camera was out back in 2000. That's when I did the show. So I was already, I did a little martial arts. I did Kempo when I was younger. And when we got the show, ironically, they didn't ask us if we could do martial arts when I did Power Rangers because they were just looking for people who were flexible, who can portray it. See, fighting in movies is more of a choreography, like a dance. So as long as you were flexible and made it look like you can fight, similar to these actors, a lot of them aren't fighters. So stunt doubles come in handy alongside with acting and being flexible and be able to move. But I did a lot of my own fight scenes, which was really fun. They put us through intensive training from the stunt doubles that came over from Japan. So if you guys don't know this, when you saw the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in America, it was already playing in Japan for over 20 years. So yes, so it was probably about, someone might know this more, Dan works at my movie studio, but I think it was 30 years?
Hi.
It was 20 to 30 years, huh? 16 seasons. So 16 seasons in Japan was compiled the first 3 Mighty Morphin seasons that you saw here in America. And then the reason why you're asking, why did they change it up every year? So that's why they had to start changing it up. They started copying what Japan was doing that year, and then they would hire new kids here to play the Rangers of that season. They would take 70% of the footage that was already shot in Japan and reshoot American footage. So if you go back and watch the stuff on Netflix, some of it you can tell. If you look at the big fight scenes, you'll see a lot of Japanese actors running in the streets like, ah! Because it was shot in Japan. You're like, well, they had a lot of Japanese extras that day. No, it's Japanese footage. So, yeah, so that's some cool little trivia knowledge just for you guys to know. Let's get another question. Did you have one? What's up, little man? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, what's up?
So, a lot of times during the fight scenes, the characters have really funny or cheesy little lines. Do you have a favorite, or do you remember one of your favorites that you had to spew out?
Oh man, that's a good one. I have to remember that. Okay, I don't have a favorite because I don't remember it. But how we did that was what they call ADR. So you would go in and do voiceovers, similar to when you watch Finding Nemo and actors do voiceovers. So that everything that you watch on Power Rangers, even on TV in my season, was all stunt doubles, all Japanese stunt doubles. We would go in and then do our voices like, yeah, come on, no, we have to go. Like, 'cause that's why when you watch the Japanese actors, they're always like, moving their head, right? They were trying to speak, but you know what's funny? They're speaking in their language when they're acting. They're like, you know. So it's why their actions match their language. We would come in and dub our American language and say, hey, like, you know, Jason, we gotta go, you know, things like that. But what's funny, what I remember most is sometimes I would go in first before my friend Jason, who was my Red Ranger, and I would ask the ADR guy if I can dub his lines and do funny stuff, because when he would come in later, he would have to listen. It plays a beep, 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 and then you would hear something that was already pre-recorded. So sometimes I would record funny stuff like, it was Jason running, he'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. You know? And like Jason would just crack a laugh and tell me later like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. So we would do fun stuff like that behind closed doors, you know, like when it was all doing the post work. So that was fun. Thanks for that question, because that was a great question. You have a question? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not really a question. It's just your driving episode was one of the best ones when you got your license.
Oh yeah, my driving episode. Yeah, when I got my license with Mr. Pinkett.
Yes.
That was really funny. It emulates my real life. No, I'm just kidding. Don't speed, kids. Anyways, yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes. You know, I actually love the fact that I'm a big Fast and Furious fan. So I love the fact that I got to be a race car driver, because that's super cool. And I got to look like I was speeding down the streets and everything like that. That's the coolest thing about acting, is that you get to play a role that's so extreme without the consequences of the real life actions. You know what I'm saying? Like getting actually speeding tickets and stuff like that. So that's what's really cool. Oh my God. Oh, what's up? Right now. You guys got any more questions? I'll take like 3 more questions and I'm gonna go back out and sign some autographs and take some pictures and stuff. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, sorry, I totally did not. I'm just the kids. I just saw what the Ranger Red Ranger. He was like,
No, it's all good. Do you have a question though?
yeah. You ever had a dream of you morphing? Because I used to have those when I was a kid, but I always got to use morphing time, and it's just like, shit.
I did have dreams of me morphing when I was a kid. I had lots of dreams of me morphing. I was a huge Marvel buff too. I liked all. Oh, sorry. They got me off. So I liked all like superhero movies. I used to, you know, I grew up with Voltron. Anybody love Voltron? Woo! Yeah. So as you know, Voltron is like the original, well not original, they were out around the same time, like in Japan.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, to America, you know, that a lot of us knew about Voltron first. So I loved morphing as well in my dreams.
Do a morph for us?
Yeah.
Wanna hold this card? Here's mine, okay? So we had a morpher here. So ours was basically like this. Time Force! And that was my morph, and DNA would come in my body. Except I didn't have the cool CGI into that. I was like, man, that's some really cool. I was like a little bit too late for that. But yeah, let's take one more question and I'll go outside. Yeah, my man.
So, I know they did a Super Mega Force reunion thing a couple seasons back. If they did it again, would you like to reprise your role?
Yeah, absolutely. I got a little secret tip for you, actually. I didn't get because it's so packed. I'm doing another shoot, so I couldn't make it. But they're actually doing another reunion episode in New Zealand this April. So
What?
yes, it's a new thing that's being going. It's not talked about. They didn't give us any scripts or anything. It's just been like plugged out there. So for you Power Ranger fans, look forward to that. It's going to be really cool. I don't know who they're bringing back. I couldn't make it out, but I was just really sad I couldn't. Just obligated under another contract. But hey, it's going to be exciting. And hey, you never know. We're all still trying to be in the next Power Rangers 2 and all that type of stuff. So anyways, guys, I'll be out there. Thank you guys for coming. And also, if you want to stay in touch, you can follow me on Facebook. It's at Michael COPON'S Studios. We have a movie studios that we shoot movies out here. Got a film called Worth the Price. That's on Amazon that we produced and wrote here. Also a TV show called Dystopia. I think some of the guys were in my TV show here. And we're also doing other films coming up pretty soon. So thank you guys for coming out. Give it up for Paragon Theaters again. Alright? And I'll see you guys in the next show.
Yeah.
Full credit scene.
Uh,
Go, go, Power Rangers!